Let's just be honest for a second. This economy is beating people down. Every time you turn around, something else went up. Rent, groceries, gas, insurance. A pack of chicken that used to be $6 is somehow $11 now. But your check? Your check didn't get the memo. And nothing shows how bad it's gotten, like what's happening with cars. Right now, the average new car payment in this country is $770 a month. That's a record high. The average new car sticker price is over $50,000. And here's the one that should make you sit up. Americans now owe more than $1.5 trillion on car loans. That's more than the whole country owes in student loans. People are so stretched that almost 1 in 4 new car buyers is signing up for an 84-month loan. That's 7 years of payments on one car. So if you're sitting there thinking you can't afford another $500, $600, $700 note, you're not crazy and you're not behind. You're just paying attention. And the good news is, you do not need a new car note to get into something newer, reliable, and clean. People are doing it every single day. They just never got shown the moves. So let me show you the moves. Before the fixes, you need to see the trap clearly. A new car loses about 20% of its value in the first year, and around 55% over 5 years. So the second you drive it off the lot, you already owe more than it's worth. That's called being underwater, and it's not rare. Right now, almost a third of people trading in a car owe more than it's worth, and on average, they're upside down by over $7,000. They roll that debt into the next car, and the cycle never ends. That's the game we're not playing. Every move I'm about to give you is built to keep you out of that hole. The smartest play is letting somebody else eat that first-year depreciation. You buy a car that's 2 to 5 years old, already past its worst value drop. And you buy something that's proven to go the distance. Here's the part most people don't know. On average, only about 1 in 100 cars on the road makes it past 200,000 miles. But a Toyota is almost 4 times more likely than average to hit 250,000 miles. A Honda Accord is more than 3 times more likely. So, models like the Toyota Camry, Corolla, Honda Accord, Honda Civic, Toyota Avalon, and the 4Runner are the ones that just keep running. Find one of those between 12 and 20 grand. Pay cash if you can. Save it. Use a tax refund. Sell stuff you don't touch. Can't do all cash? Keep the loan under 36 months, ideally under 24, so you're not stuck paying for years. And this one is non-negotiable. Pay a mechanic $100, $150 to inspect it before you sign anything. That one inspection has saved people from $10,000 mistakes. This one flies way under the radar. Every day, people need out of their lease early. New job, moving, life happened. They'll hand that car off for little to no money down just to get the payment off their back. You step in and take over what's left. Sites like Swapalease and Lease Trader exist just for this. You can land a 2 or 3-year-old car with a payment $100 to $300 lower than a new lease, and you're only on the hook for the time that's left, sometimes just a year. One thing to know going in: the leasing company usually runs your credit before they approve the transfer, so make sure the terms and the payoff make sense before you commit. Done right, you're driving something newer without signing a fresh 5-year sentence. Here's a lane most people walk right past. Companies like Enterprise and Hertz sell their used rental cars directly to the public. No middleman, no markup, and no haggle pricing. so you're not stuck arguing with a salesman. These cars are usually only a couple years old. They come with real service records, and a lot of them carry a limited powertrain warranty and even a buyback guarantee. Hertz gives you 7 days to return it if it's not right. One insider tip: when you're buying from a rental fleet, stick to sedans and SUVs. Stay away from sports cars and trucks. Those are the ones renters tend to beat up. A boring, well-maintained fleet Camry or RAV4 is exactly what you want. This is where the real deals hide. When government agencies, cities, and companies retire their vehicles, they don't put them on a fancy lot. They dump them at auction, usually well below retail. And a lot of these were maintained on strict schedules, so they can be in better shape than a random private car with a mystery past. Look up your local government surplus auctions and check sites like GovDeals. You've got to do your homework. Set a hard budget before you walk in. Pull the vehicle history, and don't get caught up in the bidding heat. But people are driving off with solid cars for thousands less than the dealership 2 blocks over. 2 moves in 1. First, always look at private sellers over dealers. No dealer markup, no finance office, no add-ons you didn't ask for. A regular person is a lot more flexible than a salesman on quota. Second, the one almost nobody knows about. Some private sellers will finance the car themselves. You make payments straight to the owner instead of a bank, and your credit isn't always the deal breaker it'd be with a lender. On Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, search listings that say owner financing or will finance. Just protect yourself. Get every single term in writing. Run a cheap title check so you know the car's actually theirs, and make sure there's no lien on it before you hand over a dime. If you do finance, this move alone can save you thousands. Do not let the dealership choose your loan. That's how they get you. They mark up your interest rate and pocket the difference, and that markup averages between $1,500 and $3,000 over the life of the loan. Instead, walk in already pre-approved through your own credit union. Credit unions consistently run about 1 to 2% lower than banks and 2 to 4% lower than dealer financing, because they're member-owned and not trying to squeeze you. Show up knowing your rate, and the whole "let me go talk to my manager" game is dead. Same exact car, lower payment, just because you controlled the money instead of letting them control you. And one thing worth knowing if you truly need a new one. Right now, there's a temporary tax break that lets you deduct up to $10,000 a year in car loan interest, and you can take it even if you don't itemize. But read the fine print. It only counts for brand new cars assembled in the US, not used cars and not leases, and it phases out for higher earners. For most people, the real savings is a few $100, not thousands. So don't let anybody talk you into a new car just to chase it. Sometimes the smartest money move is buying nothing at all. That car sitting in your driveway that you're tired of, a $1,000 or $2,000 repair on the brakes, tires, or suspension might keep it running reliably for 2 or 3 more years, a lot cheaper than a new $700 note. Skip the dealership service center and take it to a good independent mechanic. You'll pay a fraction. While you're driving it, open a separate account, name it Car Fund, and treat it like a bill. Every extra dollar goes in. A weekend delivery shift, stuff you sell, overtime. People stack $5,000 to $10,000 this way in 4 to 8 months and buy their next car outright. No note, no interest. And if you're in a city with decent transit, go car light while you save. Ride the train or bus for the daily stuff and cut 2, 3, $400 a month in gas, insurance, and parking straight into that fund. Somebody making around $55,000 a year was drowning in a $560 a month note on a car they didn't even like. They sold it, took over somebody else's lease for $290 a month, and funneled that $270 difference straight into savings. 18 months later, they bought the lease out and now own the car free and clear, no payment at all. Here's your one step. Find out exactly what your current car is worth right now, on trade-in and on a private sale. Then, pick just one option from this video: a lease takeover, a rental fleet lot, a local auction, a credit union pre-approval, and actually look into it. Just one. You don't have to do all 7. One good move can free up hundreds a month. And in this economy, hundreds a month is real breathing room. Drop it in the comments. What's your biggest car struggle right now? A payment that's crushing you? A car that keeps breaking down? Or you just don't know where to start? You're not in this alone. We're all just trying to make it make sense out here. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you on the next one.